Okay, good morning, leaders. Thank you for making the decision to join us this morning. You are welcome. Thank you very, very much. So my topic for this morning, I thought let me talk about what we call in network marketing, the internal game versus the external game. This is what will um, make or break you in network marketing. So I thought since it's a very important topic, we need also to touch on it and also discuss and get to know our internal game versus our external game so that we can know what will actually help us to become successful in MLM or network marketing. So to move right along. So as some of you might heard, what makes us or what will help us to be successful in our journey as network marketers is our mindset. Mindset is the very, very first thing that you will always, always hear in a network industry, that it is that thing that you need to work on. It's that thing that you need to focus on most of your energy. It'll go to personal development, mindset. Why? Because your mindset is your foundation. Ne? So, like I wrote there, that the foundation of every structure determines the type of weather it can withstand. And that is so true, leaders. That is very, very true. Because let's face it, if you take a building and that building, the foundation of it, what helps that building to withstand any weather is the foundation of it. Ne? The ground floor, how it was built from the ground up. And that is the mindset in network marketing. So our mindset is the first and foremost thing that we need to work on. So like I wrote there, A and B. So when it comes to our mindset, what will help us to move from point A to go to point B? Or let me say, if you are at point A as an FBO, you currently now you are the type of person who is at A, but you want to become B. You want to go and become that person who is at B. What will help you to move there? What is it that you will need to get to B? That's where the internal game and the external game comes in. 90% of the work that you do, or 90% of the work that you do will be internal. And that's why it's the inner game. What is going on inside is what will make or break you. Ne? And 10% is now the external game. So it's all to do with the mindset. Everything is the mindset. But now 90% of the inner game, 90% of what we think of ourselves inside, the reasonings that goes on in our mind is what will help us actually to get to be, or to get to the person, or to get to the leader, or to get to the type of version of who we want to become. So we need to be careful and we need to watch out very, very carefully on this, in this 90%. What are we doing? What are we thinking? Because that will determine the type of person that we want to become. Because the type of person we want to become will depend on the kind of material that we are busy building with right now. So in network marketing, if you have a goal or you have a vision, your vision and your goal needs to be so clear, because the systems that you will put in place is what will help you to reach that vision, or is what will help you to reach that goal. So the same also in network marketing. Our inner game what we will be doing 90% of our time is what will take us from being leader A to becoming leader B. So now you will be now wondering, so now what is it actually, the inner game? What is this all about? This 90% that I must be thinking or that I must be doing or that I must be working on, what is it exactly? So who we are and what we think and what will make us become better FBOs or better leaders or better visionaries is when we take care of all of these things that I've written down here. All of those things. There is also others that I didn't include because for the sake of time, maybe I'll incorporate it a bit as I go along. But these are the 90% of the work that we need to do, the 90% of what will help us become the kind of leader we want, or what will help us to become um, that person that we are aiming to become is when we handle and when we take care of this different points. So the first one, um, we need to learn to take care of the fear of rejection. Because like I said before, in network marketing, um, you need to know what you need to do to succeed. Ne? We want to be successful at network marketing. So we need to know the groundwork or the type of things that we need to be doing in order to be successful. But now, my dear FBOs, many times we know the things that we need to do, but how many of us actually do it? Maybe you can type in the box there that you as an FBO, you can type a 1 if you know what to do, but you don't actually do the things that you need to do. Please type for me a 1 in the chat box, then I know that I'm not the only one. Because in this business, many times we know that I need to do my activities for this day. I need to do this and this and this. But yeah, we know how that goes sometimes for some of us. So the fear of rejection. All of us, we have fear of rejection. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are or how successful you are or how qualified you are. We all have that thing of the fear of rejection. So now, to be successful, ne, we need to figure out how to get over it. Find out why are we fearing rejection? Many people do not, or many network marketers, they do not do the work that they need to do because they are afraid of being rejected. So for example, because they are afraid of let me say when you have to go out and you need to do contact marketing, some people or contact marketing or prospecting or whatever, whichever activity you are working on, some people, they are afraid of getting the no's, and that is fear of rejection. But in this business, many of times you will get to learn that we need to get those no's. We need to get those no's because knowing those no's, getting those no's, and knowing how to get over the no's, knowing how to jump those hoops is actually what will help you to build character in this business. Because as a network marketer, you need to build character. You don't want to be getting yeses. Yes, we want the yeses, but if you are getting the no's, congratulations, because the no's are building you for those hard seasons. Because we know that network marketing is a very, very hard business that you need to have a strong character in order to be successful in it. So the more no's, the bigger the character. So work on that. Your inner game, Your internal game, the things that you tell yourself inside should be to get over and to work on your fear of rejection because it's doing you no justice. Yeah? So, and then the second thing that will help you to work on your inner game, that 90% work that you need to do is to get over the fear of judgment. Judging, being afraid of being judged. We all face it. And many of times we don't do the work that we need to do because we are afraid of what will people say. We are afraid to be judged, but we all judge if we are being realistic. We also judge other people if we are being realistic. No? So we end up not doing the work that we need to do because we are afraid of what will people say? What will people think? If I do like this, people are going to see my status and what are they going to think or what are they going to say about me? You see? Now that person, that kind of thinking is what will help you not to actually reach out to the people that you need to talk to because you are afraid of being judged. So it's another hurdle and it's what makes up the 90% of the work that you need to put in because you need to get over that fear of judgment. You can't be a successful network marketer if you are still thinking and being afraid of being judged because come on, you also judge people. We all judge one another. So fear of judgment. The other one is the fear of success. Now, this one is also another favorite one of mine, the fear of success. Sometimes a person will wonder, but Engie, fear of success, how is that a contributing factor to my success? It is a contributing factor because fear of success, it's really a thing. People will wonder, is it really a thing though, fear of success? It is. It is a big thing. Because let me tell you, you will not do the work that you need to do because what if it works? What if it all works out? What if you get that $1 million? The fear of even that million, you know, even the thinking of if $1 million hits my account, the type of person I'll become, you are already thinking I'll become such a bad person if I get rich. I can't get rich because I'll become so bad. Money will make me do bad things, and I will not be the good daughter, or I will not be the good wife, or I'll not be a good friend because now I'm successfully overnight. You just change, but that's not true. Money does not make you. It's true that they say that money changes people, but it changes people in the form of it expands who you really actually are on the inside. Money does not make you bad. If you become more bad, it means you were actually bad to begin with. You were just pretending to be a nice person. If that's the case. So money just emphasizes and shows you who you really are by 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 who you truly are. It just brings out the person that you are, right? So money in itself is not wrong. But if you are there thinking that if I have more money or if I become successful in network marketing, I will be a bad person. And now you will not move forward because you are afraid of what if I just become successful? What if I get so successful that I build that house? What will people say? And oh, I can't, I fear of success is really a thing. And once we deal with that, once we get over the fear of success, it will also help us to 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 push. And I also wrote here that the fear of success will make you not to push. The fear of success will make you not to be disciplined, and will also make you not to be consistent because you are fearing of who you will become when you are successful. So it's all internal. The things that you think of yourself. The other one is the comparison. How we compare ourselves to other people. You know, like what they say, comparison is the thief of joy. So these are the points that I want us to take with that these are the things that we need to work on to become successful. So comparison, they say comparison is the thief of joy, but in network marketing, when you look what other people are doing, like in your team, for example, when they are celebrating other people, how does that make you feel? Does it not push you to want to do better? Are you not afraid of the level where you are when you are comparing yourself? That's what I mean, that sometimes it's all have to do with the angle you are looking at it from. So your angle of comparison, is it an angle of like envy? Or is it an angle of jealousy? Because if it's envy and jealousy and things like that, you need to work on that. You need to find the root of why you are being jealous and why you are envious of other people, and you need to fix that. So in network marketing, what will help you actually when it comes to the comparison, healthy comparison is when you look at, let me say now, in your team or in network marketing, you look at someone who's doing network marketing and then you see that no, this is actually not the level that I want to be. You look at your life, and then once you study and you see the type of things that you are unable to do because you are at that level in your life, you compare that level to the person. Get a person in your team that you look up to. Get a person that you want to imitate. Get a person who's at a level where you want to be, because you can see what that person is is. Let me tell you a funny one. When I'm thinking now of looking at a person who is at a level where you want to be, I'll use an example. Um, the other time I like looking through my mentor's status. And then just the other day, we were actually laughing about it. The other day, I think she bought for herself some it's a small thing, but for us women, we like our pot and our kitchen stuff, and you know how the kitchen looks like when we have that. Yeah, 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 you understand what I mean. So she bought for herself this pot, like potway, like this signature potway. And I remember even last night I was telling her, yeah, even the food will taste different when you are cooking from that type of pot. So you see, um, this is the type of healthy comparison that I mean. She is at a level where I also want to be. You understand? So she is looking at that. It's motivating me. Which, if she can do it, I can also do it. One day I'll also be there. You get. So this is the type of comparison that I'm saying, that you need to develop this comparison, and this comparison that you develop, it should be able to move you internally. It should be able to move you to want to also get to that level of that person. You don't want this level where you are down and you are not getting the stuff that you want. No, you don't want to be at that level. You want to focus on the level where you want to be. And then you want to look at that person who is living the life that you want. And that person who is living that life that you want, looking at that and starting that should motivate you to say, if she can do it, I can also do it. If she can get there successfully, I can also get there successfully. What is stopping me from getting there? You understand? So that this is the level of healthy comparison that I'm saying. Like, get a person in your team, either your mentor, your coach, whoever that you look up to, who are at a level where you are, and that is where you want to be also. So get that and let that become a fuel. Let comparison become a fuel for you in your team, and let it push you to become, and so that you can work and contribute to that 90% that you need of the work that you need to put in. Moving right along, perfectionism and procrastination. This is another internal game that we need to work on. Perfectionism, because usually being a perfectionist, you are like ready, aim, fire. But in network marketing, that's not how it works. Here, you will learn very, very quickly that it's that we don't ready, aim, fire here. Here, we ready, fire, and aim. Let me tell you what I mean. Let me say in an example of doing a presentation, right? So you get into network marketing and you learn that in network marketing, you need to learn to do presentations. So you have team A, you have team B. Now, with the goal of being good or helping your team members also become good with presentations, team A, they are the team that is like, they are perfectionists. They want to study, do all the research on how to make a presentation, collect this data, collect that data about how to give a good presentation. And then you get team B. Team B is like, okay, there's a presentation that needs to be done. You go. The first person in the team gives a presentation. Whether you hit it or you missed it, you just go and talk about the business opportunity. And then team B, the members in team B, each and every member of that team, they always, each and every day, each and every week, they are giving presentations. Now, in team A, they are always studying how to make a presentation. Now, you tell me, by the end of December of that year, this year, which team will be good at presentations? Team A or team B? Obviously, team B. Because what did team B do? Ready, fire, aim. They were doing their presentations, whether they are doing it wrong, whether they are falling down on their face while they are presenting, it did not matter. The thing is that they were doing it, failing, doing it, failing, doing it, failing. And then in the end, they were aiming correctly. They were hitting the bullseye. So this is how we need to learn to do in network marketing. This is how we need to learn to do our business. We do not do our business ready. We do not wait to become ready to say, yes, I'll do a presentation. No. I remember in the GoPro experience, there was someone who said, uh, 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 say yes first and figure it out how you'll do it later. That's how we do it in network marketing. You'll say, yes, I'll do a presentation. You don't need to know what the presentation will be about. You don't need to have a topic. You don't need to be sure that I'll nail it. But what you need to tell yourself is that you put your name down there on that 5 a.m. rooster, and then you go figure it out. What you go talk about, you go figure out what your topic will be all about. And that's how you train yourself. That's how you build a character. That's how you actually develop yourself to become a good speaker. You don't become a good speaker by studying good speakers. You become a good speaker by doing. And that's how we learn. Procrastination, my leaders, is another thing that we need to work on in network marketing. They say that procrastination is actually a symptom of anxiety. Did you know that? It's a symptom of anxiety. So you need to find out, again, this is the 90% of the work that you need to put in. 90% of the work for you to be successful will be You targeting, getting to the root of why am I a procrastinator? Why? What makes me to procrastinate? What makes me to put off? Remember what I said in the beginning that we know the things that we need to do to be successful, but then we do not do the things that we need to do. So as an FBO, get to the root of why. Why is it that you know that I must be talking to how many people today, but you are not doing that? What is making you not to do that? Why are you procrastinating? Why are you putting it off? So get to the root of why you are putting it off, speak about it, and fix that problem. The other thing is the limited money belief, you know? This is also a thing that causes many not to become successful in network marketing because they just have that limiting belief. Again, it goes back to the thing of money is all evil. It's a belief that people have. I can't be having money because, you know? So if money is all evil, and should you be having the money, you'll become this bad villain. Why isn't the devil giving you a loan then? So that's another thing of our inner game. The last one that I want to, this, like I said, there's more topics, but because of time, I'll only focus on this ones. And the last one in this inner game list is the imposter syndrome. No, I can't do it. I can't lead a team. I can't do a presentation. I can't make calls. Who am I to make calls? Who am I to talk to people? Who am I to close deals? Imposter syndrome. So in network marketing, there is a day you have like 3 days in network marketing that you need to put on your calendar. It's the day you started the business. It's the day you got serious with the business, and it's the day you became successful in the business. So yes, imposter syndrome will always be there. It will always be there, but you need to find a way to talk yourself in the mirror. If you need to get a mirror, get it. If you need to tell yourself affirmations in the morning, do that. If you need to be telling yourself affirmations during the day as the day is going, do that. But in network marketing, there is the day you start, there is the day you got serious, and then there's the day you become successful. So all of this is part of the 90% of the work that you need to put in, which is the internal game. It's all the inner person. 90% of our mindset is what will make us to be successful. And when we work on all these things, the fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of success, comparison, perfectionism, procrastination, limited money belief, imposter syndrome, these things are the ones that will help us to work on our internal game and help us work on our mindset and fix the mindset. Now, what is the external part? So remember, internal, we need to fix the person that we are inside, right? It's just like a house. Hmm? It's like a house. And here I want to make an example of, remember um how we cleaned our house and how we protected our house during COVID-19. Hmm? The extent that we were going to in order to clean our house in COVID-19. We cleaned it to protect ourselves from external bacteria and all of that. Now, this list here is the external bacteria, what people will say. The internal game is what we think and what we say about ourselves. But the external game is what people say, is the bacteria from outside. that if we are not careful, if we do not sanitize and cleanse our houses, these bacteria, they will come in and settle down and have seats in our houses. So what are these? It's when people say it's a pyramid scheme. You know, you are here doing your business and all of that, and people say, no, it's just a pyramid scheme. It's a scam. People say it's people at the top who only succeed. And you know, the external game, it makes up the 10%. 10% of what you are thinking is what will also make or break you. These things, if you allow them to mess up your mindset, when people say, you leave that one, it's only people on top who actually succeed. Go out and get a real job. Like, what are you doing? Network marketing. You are still there on the laptop. You are still there on the computer. You are still on your phone. You are still doing that thing you call a business. And then they call it little business. How is that little business going? Because, people, let's face it, people are used to, in this part of the world and any part of the world, basically, people are used to 9 to 5. And when you are doing anything other outside of 9 to 5, it's like, what are you doing? Like, get alive. Like you're just cooped up in the house the whole day. That little business. And then you get those ones who say, people like us, we can't succeed in network marketing. People like us, we can't be seen doing network marketing. People like us, this is not our thing. And then you get the other ones now that say, network marketing is not for introverts. You need to be an extrovert for you to do network marketing. So all of these things are things that people will say, but that we need to work on and actually protect ourselves, just like how we used to protect our houses against COVID-19 back then. We would work so hard, clean our shoes, scrap our shoes before we enter the house, take off the clothes that we went outside with. This is the external game and the external factors that we need to deal and look at it like it's a bacteria. People are calling it's a scam. Know how to reply. Don't be catching balls here. Don't be catching, uh, uh, oh, if it's a scam, tell me why is it a scam? Why do you think? It's not your business why they think what they think. Leave them. Move on to the next person. It's a pyramid scheme. It's fine if they think it's a pyramid scheme. The only thing that matters is that you don't think it's a pyramid scheme. So do not waste your time trying to convince and trying to tell people it's not a pyramid scheme, it's not a scam, it's not no, that's not where your energy needs to be. That's not where your energy needs to be. And when people are like, get a real job, what are you doing? It's only people at top or at the top that succeed. It's just a little business. It's only people like us will never make it in network marketing. It's only introverts. Do you know what you can say? Do you know what is a good reply to that? It's actually watch me. Watch me show you that people like me can actually also get on top. Watch me show you that this is actually a real job. Watch me show you that this is not a little business. When they see you building that house, when they see you start driving that car, you are actually like, I told you it's not just a little business. Watch me show you that people like us can actually make network marketing work. Introverts like us can actually succeed in network marketing. So once we know how to deal with this and you develop that watch me mentality is what will help you to deal with the bacteria and keep the noise out. The naysayers, we want to keep them, we shut them down. So this is what I thought to share, my leaders. Because of time, I will stop here. Thank you so much. Are you still there, leaders? Heather?
We are here. I'm not sure if Heather is. She's probably finding the mute.
I am. I was trying to take a screenshot. Please just put the slide again. We have less than a minute. I was trying to take a screenshot of like the